actually TJ Wheeler with me this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's tough watching them make this amazing food, isn't it?
Before breakfast, especially. I'm up early today for a musician.
Yeah. TJ, this is your second folk festival. You've been to Blues Fest 12 times.
Roughly, yeah.
You know, somewhere around those numbers. What brings you back to Ottawa so often? It's because we're so great.
I love it. It's the best kept secret in North America, Ottawa, at least by American standards.
Wow.
One of my favorite towns.
Isn't that nice?
And what keeps me coming back is, basically about 12 years ago, the Ottawa Blues Society, their president, Jan, told Mark Monahan, the executive director of Blues Fest, and working with the Folk Fest now too, about my Blues in the School programs, and brought me up to do some programs here. So
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me if we can do a quick synopsis. I know we're going to really jump over a whole bunch of facts, but tell me a bit about your musical story, the history of you.
Well, basically from Seattle, Washington, I started being baptized in the blues by listening to Buddy Guy in a little room called the New Orleans Club in Berkeley, California, when I was about 16 years old. And that just changed my life. I've just been playing blues and started learning its history. And then I realized that a lot of that history isn't taught in schools, let alone the African-American cultural points that it grew out of. So I really used my program called Hope, Heroes, and the Blues to really show that blues is not a negative thing. It really, you sing the blues so you lose the blues.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's just amazing. So when your performance at 2 o'clock on Saturday, you're with James Cohen for that.
Yes.
And the two of you will be telling stories and playing, right? And kind of working through the history a bit?
Yeah, he's primarily a flamenco guitarist and plays some gypsy jazz too. So we're kind of be doing an east-west thing, comparing and showing the commonalities, similarities between the two as far as it being both music of improvisation and the music of that came out of oppressed cultures and stuff like that. And we'll have a rhythm section with this too. So
really?
It should be a lot of fun.
That'll be cool. Yeah. So you'll be riffing a little bit. Will it be a little bit free form? Will you?
Oh yes. In blues and flamenco, one thing they both have in common: it's never quite the same twice.
I love that.
And if it is, then it's not blues or flamenco.
I like that. There's something else that you're very proud of. I know we touched on the schools a little bit in the education of blues, but on Sunday you're actually going to work with some kids, right? Yeah,
I'll be featured on the children's stage. Joel, who's coming in here tomorrow playing a ukulele, invited me to join him because I play some uke too. And I'll be doing whatever he wants me to do, working with kids, and then I'll be doing kind of a jug band thing. Then we're going to combine all the kids and kids of all ages, for that matter, to do lead the kids on a children's parade.
TJ Wheeler, be there, Folk Festival, 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Sounds
Can we get a little bit of a taste?
The river runs with the blues. I said the river runs with the blues. Oh yeah, I said the river runs with the blues. And just like a river, I gotta keep on running too. Because every time you see a river, you're stepping into something brand new. And every time you truly hear a blues song being sung, it's always a different blues. I'll play it. The blues, oh yeah, and just like a river, I gotta keep on running too. Let me tell you a little bit more. You know the blues, yeah, it'll be your or your best friend. Choose carefully, 'cause either way, it's gonna be with you through thick and thin. Yeah, you're right. So whether you think you're a Delta Queen or Huck Finn on a raft, the blues can break your heart or make you burst into a laugh. 'Cause the river, I said the river, oh yeah, I said the river, I tell you, it runs